Hi friends, good morning everyone. So this is a part 3 video for this making of the Indian Constitution's MCQs on the making of the Indian Constitution. So coming to the first MCQ quickly, I don't want to waste much of the time. So I'm just moving into the MCQs directly. The first MCQ here. Consider the following statement regarding the making of the Constituent Assembly. Okay, the first statement here is the members of the Constituent Assembly were not elected on the basis of the universal franchises. So here you have to identify which of the following statements are correct. Okay, so the first point here is the members of the Constituent Assembly were not elected on the basis of the universal franchises. Okay, second point. First, let me read out all the options and then we will go for the explanation. The Constituent Assembly that came into being was equally represented by the Congress and the Muslim League. Third one, the Congress swept the general seats in the provincial elections held in the winter of 1945-46, and the Muslim League captured most of the reserved Muslim seats. So which of the following statements are correct? This is the question here. See the first statement, the members of the Constituent Assembly were not elected on the basis of the universal franchises. Yes, they were not elected on the basis of the election system or the voting system. So that's the first point, it is right. And the second point, the Constituent Assembly that came into being were equally represented by the Congress and the Muslim League. No, we have seen the number of members from the Congress, number of members from the Muslim League, okay, and the election that was done. Everything we have seen. So this is not the right answer. So in our explanatory videos, many times I have represented this. So please go back there for the proper explanation. But let me tell you, both Congress and Muslim League members are not equally represented. Who are majority here? INC. More number of INC members, that is Indian National Congress members were there. So this statement is wrong. See the next statement, the Congress swept the general seats in the provincial elections held in the winter. Yes, the Congress, they got the majority of the seats, and the Muslim League, they got the Muslim reserved seats. They could able to get the Muslim reserved seats, more number of Muslim reserved seats, but on an overall count, the Congress got the more number of seats in the provincial elections. So this statement is right. So which of the following are the correct statements here? 1 and third statement. So let's see in which of the following options we are having 1 and third. That is option C. So C is the right answer for this particular question. Right, moving on to the next one. I don't want to waste much of the time, so that's the reason why I'm moving quickly. So constitution, the constitution makers had gone through the constitution of about how many countries' constitution for the making the draft of the Indian Constitution. So you guys know that the Indian Constitution is a borrowed constitution, and we got the constitution from many different sources. Right, we know this point. So here the question is, how many different countries' constitution was referred in order to draft our Indian Constitution? So most of us neglect this particular bit. Okay, right. So option A is 59 countries, 60 countries, 61 countries, and option D is 62 countries. Why I said most of us neglect this bit means we know that ours is a borrowed constitution collected from different sources. So we know that each of these part of the constitution is collected from one particular country. But we mostly neglect to know that from how many different countries we have collected. We are having so many countries. So how many different countries were involved in drafting of our constitution? How many countries' constitutions were involved? So this point we often neglect. So the answer for this is option B. Means 60 different countries. From 60 different countries we have collected the sources and we drafted our constitution. So how many countries? 60 different countries. Option B is the right answer. Moving on to the next MCQ. Who was the chief draftsman of the Constituent Assembly? No doubt, no explanation is necessary for this. You guys can answer this. So option B, that is Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar ji. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji he was the chief draftsman. Oh, excuse me, wrong. I just gave the wrong explanation. Here, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji was the chairman of the Constituent Assembly. Drafts Committee, and S.N. Mukherjee was the chief drafts committee. I'm really extremely sorry for this. So here the option D, that is S.N. Mukherjee, he was the chief draftsman. Okay, B.R. Ambedkar ji was the chairman of the drafts committee and S.N. Mukherjee was the chief draftsman. Okay, in the previous video also I have explained this. So please make that correction. It is S.N. Rao ji. Okay, just a minute. S.N. Mukherjee ji. I'm really sorry for this. Okay, S.N. Mukherjee ji, he is considered as a chief draftsman. So D is the right answer for this, and the full form of S.N. Mukherjee ji is Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. So the full form of S.N. Mukherjee, Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, and he is the chief draftsman. He converted the complicated words into the legal words in the drafting. Now moving on to the next MCQ, how many sessions of the Constituent Assembly took place? So how many sessions have took place to prepare the Constituent Assembly? So here the options: 10 sessions, 11 sessions, 12 sessions, none of the above. And the answer for this is option B, that is 11 sessions. So they took nearly 11 sessions to complete this, not nearly, exactly 11 sessions to complete this Constituent Assembly. Next MCQ guys, the national song was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on which of the following day? So in the last session, in the last part of our video, we have discussed about the national anthem. And here we are discussing about the national song. And if you remember, the national anthem was adopted on 24th January 1947. That was the last session of the Constituent Assembly. And the same day, don't get confused, both national song and the national anthem were adopted on the same date, that is 24th January 1947. So option A is the right answer. Okay, so we have discussed this in the last session also. I repeat this once again. The both national anthem and national song both were adopted on the same date, 24 January 1947. And this is the last session of the Constituent Assembly. Okay, chalo. Moving on to the next one. Who among the following had moved the resolution proposed that national flag of India be a horizontal tricolor of saffron, white, dark green in equal proportion with a wheel in the navy blue at the center? Means who gave this idea that our national flag will have a horizontal tricolor of, it will have a saffron color, it will have white color, dark green color and a wheel in the center? Who gave this idea? So let's see the options. Nehru ji, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji, Dr. Rajendra Prasad ji and Subhash Chandra Bose ji. Who of the following gave the idea? So answer for this is Jawaharlal Nehru ji, that is option A. Jawaharlal Nehru ji, he proposed that our national flag will have these colors and the wheel in the center. So answer for this is A. Next one, the national flag was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on which of the following dates? So till now we have discussed about the adoption date of the national song and national anthem. Now we are going to discuss about the national flag. On which of the following days the national flag was adopted by the Constituent Assembly, and the answer for this is option B, that was on 22nd July 1947. Right. So on 22nd July 1947, the national flag was adopted. So please guys, do not neglect this national song date, national anthem date and national flag date. These are important for your examination point of view. So these are the MCQs for this session, and stay tuned till I get the next session where we will discuss few more MCQs. I just want to quickly complete these MCQs part for the making of the Indian Constitution and move on with our next topic. Okay, chalo guys. So subscribe the channel and click the bell icon so that you will get the notifications, and if you like the video, please give the comments or the compliments. If it is a comment also, I'll take it positively, and it will help me to improve my quality of the video or the subject quality. And if it is a compliment, it will help me to boost and prepare many more videos. Right. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye bye.